good morning. From the end of a runway to RAF Coningsby. Beautiful night last night. Might have had one of the best night's sleeps in the van last night. No disturbances, I slept like a baby. There was no boy races, no Halford specials, no 50cc hair dryers coming past in the middle of the night, like there was a couple of videos ago down in Nottingham. And a gorgeous morning to wake up to. I think it's safe to say Matt and Anita are still asleep. It's a lovely park up, this one. I definitely recommend it. They've got bins on site, you can see there in the distance. And if you're lucky, you get to see some planned flights taking off. Gorgeous. Oh, what is the plan for today? Well, we are currently situated not too far from Lincoln City. So we are in, I suppose you could call it the northeast of England. Well, at least it is for me, coming from the West Midlands. So today's task is to make our way slowly back to the Shire, Shrewsbury, Shropshire. We've got a few stops along the way. I'm going to be heading from here shortly. I'm going to be getting myself a little wet whitewash this morning, getting a hot brew on, and then we're heading off to a National Trust property called the Workhouse and Infirmary, up in and around Nottingham. Never been there before, and I'm always a big fan of trying to make the most of my National Trust membership and visit as many places as I can on my journeys. I've been to quite a few now on my camps, so I'm looking forward to that. And then before we actually get back to Shrewsbury, I want to try and find a nice little spot to put the last of the camp supplies in the fridge there. I've got a beautiful rump steak with some bone marrow butter and some sweet potato fries with the leftover mushrooms that we had last night in last week's video for our spaghetti bolognese. So, mushroom, steak, bone marrow butter, sweet potato fries. I just don't know how that ends up being a better camp meal. So let's get ready. Let's get some water in the kettle. Get that first drink of the day on the go. And it won't be long before we leave the end of the runway at RAF Coningsby. And if I haven't already said, this is a completely free park up, just the way I like it. Must be some kind of tractor meet on today, maybe. Our first sip of the day. It's been a long time since I've been able to walk outside that van in just a t-shirt. Beautiful day. Might even have to get my sunglasses on. What a turn up for the books, eh? Fresh local asparagus. Next farm, quarter of a mile, right out of park. Could we have asparagus with our steak? Oh my God. Look at the state of me. Jesus. I've never really truly looked at myself in the moment on the morning of a camp. I normally get back in the edit and go, oh my Christ, look at that. But I genuinely look like I've been dragged through a bush. Oh well. I'd rather not have seen that. That's lowered my confidence a bit. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think it's a Sunday, so I'm not quite sure what time the farm's going to be open. But you'd like to think that farmers are up early. I mean, according to Clarkson's farm, they're up at 5:30 every morning. So you'd think the farmers are up. Asparagus shop. Might have a quick Google of that and just see what time they are open. Bit of fresh asparagus to go with our steak. That would go down nicely. You're up! The Absolutely. Prodigy Charles are awake! Yeah. How was your night?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was alright, slept really well.
Well, do you know what? This journey, it's been a pleasure meeting up with you guys and have a nice little camp. We explored Lincoln City. We had a lovely dinner last night. If you guys haven't watched that, watch last week's video. Oh, it was delicious, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? Well, yeah. I know I'm the chef.
Yeah, that was good. It was good. Yeah,
that spag bowl.
Nice. Yeah,
and those cakes. Those cakes.
Cakes were brilliant.
All right. Well, look, let's give it a hug. Come on. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. And I'll probably catch you on the flip side, maybe at Van Life, possibly.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah. Is that next weekend?
Shrewsbury's next weekend.
Okay. Weekend after. I'll probably be there for a day ticket, maybe. And by the time this video goes out, that probably would have happened already. But never mind. All right. I'll catch you guys later. See you in a bit.
Later. Old me.
It's still recording. I nearly forgot the camera. See you later, mate.
Yeah.
The time has come for my first family holiday this year, and I cannot wait. A 4-day beach getaway, and one of the gadgets going to be helping along the journey is Level 8's luggage options. I've gone for the Atlas travel kit, which includes the backpack and a small suitcase here, perfect for some cabin luggage. The backpack serves as the perfect carry-on bag, and if you want an extra bit of cabin luggage, most airlines will allow you to check in a small extra bag as well. The suitcase comes with a TSA-approved locking system, so it gives you a little bit of extra security and peace of mind when you're going away on your holiday to relax. Here's a little clip of what I thought of this compact suitcase. One of the things I noticed straight away while handling the suitcase was just how light it was, making it perfect as an additional carry-on bag. And although it's lightweight and compact, it was nice to see they've included separate packing compartments to separate your various items. The zips feel sturdy and durable, and it has an overall high build quality. And as the added cherry on the cake, all Level 8 luggage comes with a lifetime warranty. It comes with 4 360-degree rubberized wheels, and also a nice little handy retractable handle to go on your journey. But these are not the only luggage options that Level 8 offer. On their website you'll see a plethora of suitcases, whether you're going for a 2-week getaway to the Barbadian coast or if you're just going for a budget-friendly weekend getaway on the British coastline. Level 8 have got you covered. I'll leave a link in the description below to Level 8 so you guys can check out their latest luggage offerings for your next summer getaway. Thanks once again to Level 8 for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the adventure. Right, let's have a look. Bit of asparagus with our steak. Don't mind if I do. I think we're going to need some cash, aren't we? What do we got? This is the asparagus. We don't need that much. We don't really need that much either. I think we'll go all the back here maybe, I think. That'll do us. Bit of asparagus with our steak. What's the best way to prepare asparagus? Well, I'm back! It's only as I started to drive off with my asparagus, I saw a plane taxiing and I thought, no, we've got to go back. We've got to go back. We can't stay at an RAF base and see a plane taking off and not turn around.
That's it.
Look at that. Look at that quality asparagus.
Look at
that.
Awesome.
£2.50. Not the cheapest asparagus, but
but
you know,
that's proper asparagus.
that's not bad.
Local economy.
That's right, that's right, that's right. We had a free park up and now we're helping out the local economy. That's how we excuse it, that's right. It's quite ironic really that yesterday we were talking about the anorak people coming here and now we're one of them. Yeah, get your notebook out, Anita. Let's log the tail numbers and everything. That is incredible. It's like thunder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thunder hitting you.
How close they are.
Yeah,
as well.
vibration is like. Oh, that's just, yeah. Well, I think on that note, I will say goodbye for the second time today. Oh, I'm glad I came back for that. I've got my asparagus, I've seen the planes, I've seen you guys again. That's it, that's it. Right, I will catch you on the flip side.
You will.
All right, see you later. I can think of worse ways to start a Sunday morning drive. Right, let's head down to this National Trust property, the workhouse and something. I'm going to see what it has to offer. think we'll pop into the back of the van first, get a bit of breakfast on the go. I'm thinking chocolate porridge or golden syrup porridge maybe, and then we'll go and check out the workhouse. I can't tell you how convenient it is to rock up anywhere and get your own private mini living room on wheels wherever you go, where you can just sit, take a moment, have a bit of food, have a hot drink. It's amazing what you can do with a small little van like this. So choices for today's breakfast. We've got golden syrup oats, and we've also got some chocolate protein oats. Chocolate or golden syrup? I think chocolate. I think chocolate. And I'm very nearly out of water. I think 5 litres for a weekend was being very conservative, I think. I might need to get a little bit more before the day's up. Quick outfit change for the day and finish it off with a pair of cheap fake Ray-Ban sunglasses. Oh, I'll tell you what, it does feel good though, having to put sunglasses on in May. Seems like the last camp I did, not the last video, but the last camp up in near Abbots Bromley, we didn't have the best of weather unfortunately, so but as always, as soon as we're at the National Trust, there might be a few of the lanyard people walking around. I'm going to put you guys in my pocket and bring you back when we're inside to avoid the we can't film in here conversation, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, we're in, just about. He was a little bit hot on it. I don't know if he'd seen me recording outside the van just, but he was talking in a way that was quite suspicious, should we say. But we're past the entrance, we've got through security, should we say, and right ahead of me is the workhouse. Now, having a little chat with the gentleman on the front gate there, a plethora of people used to live here and work here, from children all the way up to elderly people, people that couldn't afford normal lifestyle, should we say. They would spend their days here, whether it be smashing bones of animal bones to be used as fertiliser or putting rope together for the Royal Navy. This is where their lives would have been, for the paupers of society. Just so you know, if you're a National Trust member, it's free to enter here, as are most National Trust properties if you're a member. If you're not a member, however, I think it's like £17 or something to get in, or I think you can pay £15.50 if you don't want to do gift aid. But that's a lot of money, that is. I don't know if I'd pay that. Hence why I try and take advantage of my National Trust membership as often as I can. Right, once we're in the workhouse, I'll bring you back. So this is the bakehouse. There's a lot of lanyard people walking around. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film or when I'm going to be told not to film. But one thing that they gave me on the front entrance was a little bit different to most National Trust properties I've ever been to. This has never happened to me before. I can hear footsteps. They give you this, like a little digital display that you tap on various different points around the building and the property, and it gives you some information to read out. I think I need one of these with me all the time.
If you go through the cellar, so you come out far end, but then you can double back so you don't miss what you've got.
Oh, great. That's the one thing I was worried about, yeah.
If you just keep going and follow the arrows,
okay.
it'll then bring you to a staircase back up.
Brilliant.
And then it'll lead you back so you don't miss what you've got underneath.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That was a close one. I literally just pressed record and I pointed the camera that way and my body was obviously hiding the camera. and he started talking to me. So we're now in the cellars. Quite an airy place in here, actually. Won't be surprised if down here has some haunted tales. Not that I'm particularly superstitious, but it just has that vibe. Look at that in there, look. Oh, it's a flipping speaker. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but we're in. Let's go the opposite way, shall we?
Hello there.
Hello.
You just come up the stairs.
Yes, yes. Have I gone the wrong way?
Turn right, and then you will come back down the stairs.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. They are hot on it here. One step out of place, straight on your back. I don't feel as if I can talk properly. I feel like someone's gonna poke their head around the corner. Hello, are you filming? It's kind of like a little task in itself to avoid the lanyard people. I'll pop out of a cupboard somewhere. Wow, look at this view. Yes. Please do not use. Well, I was thinking about it. So I've just done a little bit of reading up on this particular room, which looks slightly more modern than the others. There's even a record player there in the corner with a bit of Shakin' Stevens on it. But this particular room, after the use of a workhouse between 1950 and 1970, was used for homeless accommodation. Not for men, mind. We all know that homeless blokes don't really get much help even in today's society, but when it comes to families, in 1977, this would have been the last time it was used. Crazy to think, really, that not that long ago, people were still living here. And this is a mock-up of kind of what it would have looked like in the 70s. Well, that's us finished up at the Workhouse and Infirmary near Nottingham, Newark area. If I wasn't a National Trust member, would I recommend coming here for £17? The answer to that would be no. This is nothing like most of the National Trust properties I've been to. Very educational. You get to see how people used to live back in the day. It's not. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Let's just say that. But no, we're going to head off now. Try and find a nice little spot to cook up a bit of food by the water's edge. I'm going to have a look on Park for Night, see if we can find a nice little park up, show you guys another place where you can potentially park on one evening, and then I'll be heading back to the Shire, but not before we have a beautiful rump steak with some bone marrow butter, some fresh asparagus, what we picked up this morning, and a couple of leftover mushrooms from when we cooked our spag bowl last night. But let's get back in the van, look at Park for Night, find a little spot, and go cook up some grub. Okay, we're in. I can't quite get as close to the water as I'd have liked, and admittedly, it is a lot busier than I would have hoped, but that is one absolutely gorgeous view. Let's try and find the name for you guys of what this place is. Let me just have a quick look here. Foremark Reservoir. That's got to be in it. That's got to be what it's called. Yeah, Foremark Reservoir. That's the name of the place. It's definitely made for the tourists. Got an ice cream stand there. Might get a little bit of pudding after. You've got a chap in a high-vis jacket just over my right shoulder who looks particularly important. But I think if I can get away, which is unlikely, with cooking a bit of dinner, parking myself on that little bench there, and having some food with that view, I'll be on to a winner. I think the guy in the high-vis might be National Trustee, and I think this might be owned by the National Trust, so my plan was to hopefully try and get some drone footage, but I don't think there's much chance of that happening. And I think the chance of having this bench is also not happening either. Oh well. Gorgeous views though. To be fair, I'd rather a family have the bench than me. Right, let's get a bit of food on the go, and then hopefully that ice cream stand is still open by the time I've finished. So I can confirm this is officially a National Trust car park because of my National Trust parking ticket. I had to use my National Trust card to get free parking. I didn't have a look actually how much it was if you weren't a National Trust member, but this is a beautiful little spot. Right, I think I'm going to keep that side door open. I haven't got the most scenic view of a 20-odd-year-old Mercedes-Benz, but I have got a rather pleasant view at the front there. Now this chap here in the high-vis, he's got a security high-vis on. I'm hoping he doesn't give me any bother. That'll do us. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, yes. Nice bit of ramp. That is a lot of butter as well. Look at that. Smells delicious. We've got some mushrooms to cut up. I'm going to put the mushrooms in with the asparagus. Once the steak's been cooked, we'll wrap it up in some foil, let it rest for a little bit, and then the asparagus and mushrooms can all go in there. I'm not going to cook a lot because the frying pan isn't that big, but it should make for a lovely dinner. Steak. Oh, it's just falling apart. Oh, beautiful. Oh, they're coming on. They're not far off. Currently 27.3 degrees in the back of this stand. All that juice. Right, steak's resting. Lovely. Let's get the heat back on. And I'm thinking maybe 4 sprigs of asparagus and mushrooms. Look at that. I cannot wait for this. Oh yeah. Put the mushrooms on top of the steak. Sweet potato fries. A little bit of chili salt for the chips. Oh, that's a lovely tender steak. I haven't even got a steak knife, and that's going through it beautifully. What are we looking like? Probably just between medium rare and medium, I think. That is delicious. Asparagus. Steak cooked in bone marrow oil with some fresh asparagus, sweet potato fries, and some leftover mushrooms. It does not get much better than that. I'll finish the last few bites, and I'm going to see if I can get myself an ice cream. That'd be a nice end to this journey, I think. Alright, before we go, hopefully we've been lucky enough. Oh my god. Yeah, I can do without that, that's okay. Right then, from, I don't know where, some National Trust reservoir, I'm going to sign out from here. What a beautiful view to do it from as well. Wish I could have taken advantage of one of the picnic benches, but I'd rather a family have one of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me for this 4-part series across Lincoln. We stayed at an RAF base last night. First night in Nottingham. Not the most positive, but I think that location to finish it off kind of about makes up for it. I will see you guys on the flip side in another adventure, whether it be solo, with someone else, new or old, I don't know. But from this lovely little spot, I will bid you good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'll see you in the next one.